What is going on, everyone? We are at the Freedom of the Seas today, and I want to do a tour for you right after this. I want to tell y'all why this is my favorite ship and why I think it's the best ship for your money in the tour. So let's go check out the ship. All right, everybody, we are on deck 3 in the after the back of the ship. Down here you have your art gallery. It's got all these Park West auctions you always see on the boats. You got your main dining room behind us in the very back. That one's pretty cool. That one's kind of cool. But yeah, you can always buy these cheaper online. Don't buy them at the auctions. One of the biggest scams of cruise ships is the art auctions. They give you free champagne though. So if you want some free champagne, go to the art auction. Just don't buy anything. They make you pay this outrageous shipping cost and for a new frame, and it's really overpriced too. They bank on you not knowing what anything is worth because you're on vacation. You don't have a cell phone to look things up. Hello. So here is your focus gallery. You can get like pictures and these cool little like stone block crystal things made. So they're pretty cool. You also can buy like merchandise too if you need some, like memory cards, cameras, waterproof things. They sell that here, but it's gonna be very expensive, so you probably don't want to do it here, as you absolutely have to. So up here, Studio B. This is the ice rink. It's closed right now, so I can't go in there, or else I would show you. It's just an ice skating rink. They do an ice show. It's a pretty good show. It's my favorite show on here. There used to be a karaoke thing down here. Like right over here used to be the karaoke lounge instead of this stuff. And the art gallery was one floor above us where Playmakers is. This used to be a big karaoke thing. Yeah, another thing about the art gallery is they give you these appraisals of what it's worth. They are incredibly wrong. So if you're going to go, just know what you're doing when you're bidding on like these art things. Just know about it or have internet access, because you will overpay if you don't. They have a reputation for that. So I mean, if you want to overpay, go for it. You're on vacation, but just be aware. Their appraisals are incredibly wrong. Alright, so we're going up the staircase to deck number 4. This, you also have your main dining room back here. It's going to be in the back. And then over here, you have Boleros. It is a Latin themed bar. They got live music at night. You also have the car seat. Yeah, here's Boleros over here. They're in the same thing across from each other. Both of Boleros was classified as. So, yep. So there's your live band. You got a little dance station, dance area up here. Then you have Playmakers, sports bar. Very good food for what it costs, in my opinion. You got TVs, pool tables, foosball, and these are all free. The pool, the foosball, the shuffleboard, that's all. You can just come up and play it. Now the arcade games they do charge you for. They have been set on free play on certain cruises I've been on, but it's been a while. They got all these TVs, they play all the games in here. All the games they get, you'll learn if you're on the boat that they only have like 5 channels in. It's normally like Caribbean version, so it's not even like the full ESPN or the full FS1 or whatever you want to watch. So this is the slot machine that was shut off yesterday in my slot tour. It's the one with the slide. And then the other one is Chest to Riches and the tropical one, where you gotta get the coins. That's the other one. But yeah, I won't walk through the casino. Hopefully don't yell at me. I'm still waiting on permission to film in here, like while I play. They're supposed to do it in like 3 days, but they're so slow at getting it approved. I'm on the list, so. They just haven't gotten back to me yet. I've called about 6 times about it. And they're supposed to instantly approve you if you ask. So. But yeah, I'm waiting for it so I can film in here finally. Alright, well, here we have the schooner bar, which is where they do trivia and they do live music, piano, and all that stuff up here. It's a very popular bar. It's a great location on this boat. Get your theater over here on deck 3 and 4. It's closed right now, so I'll go in there for you. They do their shows here, so it gets nice theater. If I can get in there, I will, and I'll clip it into the video. But we're going to go out here. So this is the smoking section on the boat. Right over here. Almost if you're in the casino, some of the casino is smoking. But this is the smoking section out here, and it does go down both sides. So this is also a great place to come if you just want some quiet. I love this area. The big Oasis class ships don't have this. This is where the running track is on the Oasis class ships. And man, I like this area. It's my favorite spots to be at. So up here, we're going to the helipad. My other favorite spot to be. It's peaceful and quiet. So we're at Coco Cay right now. I ran around for 30 minutes and played Pokemon Go, and I'm back on the boat. Figured I'd get this tour out of the way. Because tomorrow we're in Nassau, everybody's least favorite cruise port. And Royal has a partnership with Atlantis, so I get free play in Atlantis Casino. I'm a signature member for Royal Caribbean, so in their casino. I believe that's $75 of free play in Atlantis. So I'm actually going to get off the boat for once. I didn't know if I would get back in time to film, because I like filming when the boat's empty. Just out of a common courtesy for everybody, and it's easier for me. Yeah, here's the helipad. I love this area. It's very windy, which I like. And as far as I know, they keep it open all night. I know the Independence does, and the Freedom used to, so they changed it. But I know on the Brilliance and the Radiance, when I was on them recently, they closed it when the sun went down. I was very disappointed by that. But you have some cool views of the ship up here. Yeah, they will close this area if it's super windy. But I mean, it has to be really, really windy though, like a storm windy. Not just a little bit of rain, like storm. On the Oasis and Quantum ships, these are crew members only areas. So that's another reason why I like this ship. So I love this ship, this whole class in general, but this one in particular just because I've been on it a lot for nostalgia reasons. But this class is the best class in the fleet. And the reason is, it is massive still. It's almost the size of an aircraft carrier. It is a very, very big ship. It's not an Oasis class ship size, but it's massive. There is tons to do. So almost if you are driven on riding a carousel, or going on a zip line, or seeing an aqua show, everything on the Oasis class ship you can do on here, with the exception of those 3 things and a couple of restaurants. Also, it is like a fourth of the price of the Oasis class ships. That's another reason. Another reason I like it is you don't have to have reservations for every single thing you do. That's the biggest problem with the Oasis and Quantum class ships, is you have to have a reservation for everything. If you don't have a reservation, you have to stand in the standby line forever till all the reservation people show up, and then you get to go in. This, you just show up like it should be, because it's really annoying to have to plan a vacation around reservations, in my opinion. So, but yeah, I love this boat. It's a great ship. So we're going to go up to deck 5 now, and we're in the front of the ship. Well, actually, there's a Zoomies over here. You got Zoomies right here. Sabachi and sushi. There is a charge for it. It's pretty good though. I've had it a few times. I'm not a sushi person, but I'm a hibachi guy. But yeah, so if you're looking for a boat to book, do not overlook the Independence, the Freedom, and the Liberty. I've never been on Liberty. I've been on Independence like 5 times, and I've been on this one. It's got to be near 10 times. Don't overlook these just because they seem older, and they are older. But with the exception of Liberty, they have all had a refurbishment. A big one too. So we're going to the Star Lounge, which this is now the new karaoke area. They also do a couple other things too. So you have a library and a card room, which I actually didn't know existed on this boat. I've been on it a ton and just now saw it. So they do all sorts of stuff in here. I know like karaoke is one. I think they do some trivia in there too. They do like little games they play. So they do all sorts of things in there. A bunch of activities go on in there. So this is the promenade floor. Same promenade you're going to see on the Oasis class ships, just a little bit smaller. But it's got all the same stuff for the most part. Same thing you'll see on the Voyager class, but just a little bit bigger. So you got an ATM over here. You got Sorrento's, which is pizza here. It opens at, I think, 11 and closes basically. It's open till all night. They say 2, but they stay open past 2. So you got a bunch of shops over here. If you need to get like stuff pressed and cleaned, they can do that too, like a suit. But yeah, you got all sorts of shops. And everything you buy is tax-free or duty-free, depending on where you're coming from. But their prices are pretty good too. I don't know anything about watches, but I do know they sell a lot of watches, and I know people who buy watches, and they say their prices are pretty good. And they price match. So if you find it online cheaper, show it to them. They will price match it. So you got your port shopping desk here. You get their Irish pub here. This one's called Bull and Bear. They all have an Irish pub on it, but they all have a different name, but they're exactly the same thing. So you have your logo and souvenir shop. This is where you buy your ship models, t-shirts, magnets, all that good stuff. And right now we're closed because it's we're in port, but yeah. It's a quick 4-nighter, 30 hours. If you're curious. Behind us you have Vintages, which is a wine bar. So, I've never actually been there before, but you have your nice classic car. Every promenade has a classic car. Every single one on every royal ship. This is Morgan. I have no clue what that is, but it's driven by teddy bears. Yeah, teddy bears. So over here you have port merchants. This is your alcohol, cigarettes, tobacco, like stuff you forget, toothpaste, mouthwash, that kind of shop. And it's all super cheap for the alcohol and the tobacco and cigarettes. It's more expensive for toothpaste and that. Logic, right? If you're buying alcohol, they deliver on the last day of your room, so you won't get it. Cigarettes you can take with you. So you got Ben and Jerry's, which on the newer ships are phasing that out. You have Cafe Promenade, which is where you can get lattes and stuff. You have your shore excursion desk here. You have the market, which is another clothing store. You have your next cruise right over here where you can book another cruise if you wanted to. You have guest services right over here. So it's pretty empty right now because we're in port. Don't ever go on the last day or the first day. And up here you have the R bar, which they are phasing out, I believe. I don't think the new ships have it, but it's just another random bar. Nice big seat right there. So back in the back we have the main dining room again. So the main dining room is on 3, 4, and 5. The theater is on 3 and 4. And I'll show you all the map real quick because we're just here. So they got these maps on the front, middle, and back of every ship level that's a public area. So like deck 4 or 5, you'll see something like that. But I think this map will be better. So for this purpose. Yeah, here's your map. You can always pause it. So you see we're on 5 right now. There's absolutely nothing till deck 11. So I will catch you guys back on deck number 11. Alright guys, we are in the Windjammer. So right over here you have Giovanni's Kitchen, which is the Italian restaurant. It's much better than Jamie Oliver's, which is the other Italian one Royal has on some ships. And over here you have Chops Grill, which is the steakhouse. And you got your Windjammer bar right here. And this is the buffet. So this is on deck 11 in the aft. So yeah, pretty easy. Windjammer right here. All right, everybody, we are on deck 11, which is as like the most popular deck. You got your Windjammer, which is the buffet in the back. We're in the back right now. And then you got your pool deck, or the Lido deck, or whatever you want to call it. The deck where everything is going on at. So right out here, we have your ice cream is right over here. Mr. Sprinkles, that's what it's called. Sprinkles, it actually is called that. And out here you actually have the adventure gear. They used to do scuba certification, patty out on the boats. But they only do it on certain ships now if the cruise is long enough. So like, yeah, there's Sprinkles. It actually says Sprinkles. And that is included. You got 2 hot tubs and your kids' splash away bay. This used to be called H2O Zone. I prefer that name, but it's not that anymore. Across you have El Loco Fresh, which is a taco bar, and it is free, included as well. Up here, you got some tables. You got your smoking section out here as well. I believe it's on the opposite side, but there is a smoking section out here. People play cards and stuff out here. You have your pools, which right over here, 2 hot tubs over there across. You have 1 hot tub right there. There's 2 pools, and then you got a movie screen when they do play movies and all sorts of other things out here. There's your movie screen. You have your lime and coconut bar, which is basically the pool bar. I don't know why they call it that. It's got little swings in front of it, which are super cool. Then you got your lifeguard station, your towel switch over here. And up here you have your solarium. It's supposed to be 18 and older, but we know that's not really all that enforced. Some ships, this one actually enforces a little bit better than the other boats do. But you got 1 hot tub over here. This was actually the first ship to have the hot tubs that hang off the side of the boat. You got your pool right here. And there's a little bench in the middle so you can put drinks on it, as you can see. You got your Solarium bar. And you got another hot tub over here. And they used to have food and stuff in here, but since COVID, I haven't seen that happen again. Not like real food, like little snacks and stuff. And now we're going to head to deck number 12. And we're in the front right now. Actually, we're going to go up to 11 first. The gym is here. We're going to go look at that. And then we'll go to deck 12. So here's the Vitality Spa and Fitness Center. We'll walk on in here. Hopefully not a lot of people are in here. It's a weird feeling if people are in here. So they used to have a boxing ring right here. I remember it because I thought it was super cool and they got rid of it. But over here you got towels and you got restrooms and all that. They used to have the steam room and stuff in here, but I guess they moved it. There used to be a steam room in here. So you got your free weights over here. Then you got tons of treadmills, ellipticals, and all that. These were in the very front of the ship too. So tons of workout space. They can get super crowded in here as well at times. They do classes and all that in here too. It's a good sized gym. But that's where they do classes, is in that area now. They got this random ideal foot things. Yeah, there used to be a spa and a steam room in here. But I don't know where it is. I think they took it out when they did the amplification. And they probably built the thermal suite in. So guesstimate on that. Alright, now we're going to head up to 12. So there's 14 decks, I want to say. But the 14th deck really isn't a deck. It's more just like a wedding chapel thing. So up here you have your spa. We're not going to go in there because they won't let us. Because I don't have a reservation. They really don't care if you film, but it's just awkward going into a thing I don't have a reservation for. So, and it's kind of weird in there. So up here's deck 12. You got your running track up here, a bunch of cabanas, and we're going to go up to 13 on it here real quick too, because we're on this side. And this is where the putt-putt is, mini golf. It used to be over by the sports court. When they redid the boat, they moved it to the front. This used to have just chairs. It used to look at this, where you see all these chairs. This used to be all it was up here. Then they changed it and they moved the putt-putt here and they put water slides in the back. And they redid the putt-putt. So it's a pretty good putt-putt course. You got this fancy shower thing. Not sure why you need that for putt-putt, but you know it's there. And here's the putt-putt course. I believe it's 9 holes. Most of the ones on the boat are 9 holes. And you got plenty of relaxing area. It's never busy up here. And I believe putt-putt's 24 hours. I know it has times on it, but I don't think they take the clubs away. I know they used to not. I thought they changed that. They still don't. And we're in Nassau today, so half of this video is filmed in Coco Cay, the other half will be in Nassau. I was going to do all of it tomorrow, but the boat's not too packed right now. So we're doing it now. So that is for suites only up there, suite and Pinnacle members. I'm not Pinnacle yet. I have stayed in a couple suites before, but I'm not Pinnacle quite yet. I'm getting there. I'm over halfway. Hopefully I get there. It's my goal. So they got the new Disney Wishes docked beside us. That's their new ship. You got some nice lounge chairs up here, like really nice, and anyone can use these. And again, look at it, no one's using it. No one ever really does though, because no one knows this area's up here. You have a bar right there, another bar. And you got these little cabanas. You have to pay to rent these. They can be pretty expensive, especially on sea days. Right after COVID though, these were all free. I remember laying in them after COVID when they reopened the ships up, when the boats were like 10% full. It was awesome. You had a whole deck to yourself. And this boat holds like 4,000 to 5,000 passengers, and there would be 300 people on here. It was amazing. I missed that. Now it's completely full, so they nickel and dime you for everything. So here's a better view from the other side of the Splashaway Bay. That's a nice kid area. So a nice good kid space, play area. And we're going to head to the back, but I can't go this way, so we'll go inside. Then we're going to go down. Actually, we don't have to go down. We're going to go I'm smart sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes I try. Open. So back here you have Adventure Ocean. That's the kid area. So register your kids, have fun. They'll love it, trust me, and you don't have to worry about them. They have different areas for different age groups. So there's baby and juniors. And there's a teen lounge and all that. So drop your kids off. They may not want to go. I didn't want to go every time I got on the boat, but I loved it. So we went to the arcade. They have nice gray areas in here. This is the arcade. It used to be so much bigger before they redid it. The arcade was massive on this ship before. But they've kind of phased out arcades, unfortunately. They still have them, but they're not like they used to be. Like on the old arcades, so this whole area was the arcade. It was massive. I remember it. The Liberty probably still has this. It hasn't been redone, but yeah, it's kind of a small arcade now, unfortunately. They used to have Guitar Hero and a bunch of classic games, but now this is what we got. They're phasing all this out. It's kind of sad. And you can buy arcade credits here, but it is highly recommended you buy them online. They actually do like 20% off if you pre-buy them, so it's worth it. So I guess we'll walk through here. Maybe this won't be weird. So you got all sorts of cool little areas back here for kids. But yeah, they do like whatever you want to do. They got activities for them. It's pretty cool. I kind of wish I was in that play thing. So right out here, we're still on deck 12 towards the back. You got Johnny Rockets. Excuse me. And it is not included, but there's one cover charge. That's it. So it's like, I think it's like $9. It ain't bad. So they do not do breakfast on this ship at Johnny Rockets, unfortunately. And here's a menu. So yeah, there's a menu. I want to say it's like $9 or something for the cover charge. It might be 10. But yeah. On the Oasis class ships, they do breakfast at Johnny Rockets, and it's free, and it's great. So much better than the Windjammer. Here's one of the teen areas, Social 3, whatever. We're in the very back of the boat right now. So right up here, you got your flow rider, the surfing thing. It's not up yet right now, because I guess they just don't have it going. It has set times. Check your cruise planner. You can also get private sessions if you want to spend a bunch of money. You got your water slides, the same two there on every ship. And they all have set times, so you have to check out your cruise planner. And over here, you got your rock wall and your sports court. I know on some ships, sports court will be open 24 hours and you just play basketball 24 hours. Some ships, they actually take the ball away and you can't. So, and they do make you wear closed-toe shoes. They will yell at you. I've had it happen numerous times. So right here, you got your Diamond Club. And then over there is your suite area. They're basically the same thing. I will get us into the Diamond Club. I can get in there. I can't get into the Suite Club on this ship. I have gone into the Suite Club before. So we're going to head up to deck 13, which is the Diamond Club, the Suite Lounge. I think there's an escape room on this boat. I know there used to not be, but I think there is. And last time I was on it, was still closed because of COVID. I was on this boat 2 Februarys ago. So I don't know if it does have one. But the escape rooms are very good if you get a chance to do them. They're like $20. Take about an hour. So we got deck 13 here. If there is a 14, it'll have the escape room and like the wedding chapel thing. So here's a suite lounge. I cannot get us in there, unfortunately. And then right here, you have, I don't know what they call this now. It used to be the Viking Crown Lounge, but I think they changed the name. This is a nice quiet area, except at night. At night, this is where a lot of the parties happen. But yeah, you got a bar in here. Great area to just hang out at. Great views too. Nice and quiet. Oliver Twist is what this is called now. It used to be the Viking Crown Lounge. You got a dance floor. We're going to go to the Diamond Lounge real quick. So in here, you gotta be a diamond member or higher. And this location is way better than some of the Oasis ships where it's down there with no view. You get some good viewpoints out here. Lots of reclining. There's also food. The continental breakfast is in there. free espresso machine for you to use. So there is a guest service person in there who can basically do everything guest service do. They also book reservations for you and all that stuff. We got internet, computers. They can do copying and printing for you too. And there's ours. Alright, that's the Diamond Lounge. It's not as exciting as I make it out to be. But this area is a good area though. Good viewpoints on it. Unlike the newer Oasis ships, you literally just can't go up there that way. Let's try the other way. It literally is just like on deck 4 in some random room by the casino. Let's see if we can go up another way. Sometimes there's 2 staircases up there. Ah, here it is. They may not have anything going on up here, lights up here, but we'll see. Skylight meeting room. So there is no escape room. So I answered myself that because it would be up here. That's where it always is. So like a wedding chapel, they do like Easter services or church services or worship stuff, they'll do it in here. It's kind of cool. The Friends of Bill W is in here, which is a alcohol against alcohol thing where you can meet other people who are going through that stuff. All cruise lines do that. But yeah, that's pretty much a tour of the Freedom of the Seas. Let me know what you think. Like I said before, I love this ship. It's my favorite ship of not just Royal, but all cruise lines. And it's a great ship to go on because it has everything the big mega ships have, except for a carousel, a zip line, and the aqua show. As much as I love the aqua shows, it ain't worth paying 3 to 4 times the price to get on one of those as you could on this. The only thing they could do better on these is the itinerary. Right now, the Freedom ships are only doing 3 and 4 night Bahama cruises. Kind of lame itineraries, but they'll change that up. I've been on the ship a bunch where it's been doing 7 nights in the past, so that always changes up. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. I have to go find someone named Alice who does trivia, because one of my casino host friends told me she was her friend. I have to go bother her. So, alright everybody, you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you like this video.